Hi everybody, welcome back. My name is Lorna. I'm a clinical psychotherapist and today's video is about tools to reduce your depression, tools to be well. I wouldn't do this job if people didn't get well. People get well all the time, but it does take work. It's a full-time job to stay well, to beat depression. So I'm going to give you some tools today. So let's start with talking. Right? So the most important tool that we can use when we are depressed is to talk to someone. Unfortunately, usually our family and friends tend to want to talk about themselves. So we love them. Thank you very much for being there for us. However, we often need to talk in a very safe place to someone who's confidential. So Jay-Z has a quote that I love and he says, "You can't heal what you don't reveal." And we have to do that in a safe place as well. So I need to encourage you to go and talk to your doctor, go and talk to your GP. You can do that on the phone or arrange a face-to-face appointment. It's pretty daunting to do that, so you may need some support or just to let somebody who loves you or who is supporting you to say, okay, I'm thinking of talking to my GP. It's got to come from you if you want to be well. Maybe in the workplace, there may be some therapy options you can access that will be free of charge. A lot of companies now offer between 8 and 12 therapy sessions. Again, confidentiality is important and you may not want to disclose that. I completely agree and understand with that. Or you might be fine with it. So that's great. Take advantage of that if that exists, or go and find a local therapist. Look on Psychology Today. All the links are listed below. Go and find a local therapist. You can start seeing the therapist next week or the week after. Sleep. A sleep routine. Sleep and mental health are completely merged. When our sleep goes to pot, we go to pot. And we actually walk towards madness very, very, very quickly when we're not sleeping. We may start off being grumpy, not getting out of bed, losing our temper. Really, we need to start working on the sleep as a crisis intervention, actually. What do we need to do to improve our sleep? Okay, if you are unable to sleep in the bed, maybe your partner is, I don't know, moving around or keeping you awake or hot or cold or whatever, ask them to go in the spare room. Yeah, this is what I need to do for my mental health now. Look at the food that you're eating. Certain foods are going to help you sleep better. So just imagine a lioness, right? So a lioness needs to go and eat to then sleep. So often with depression, we don't eat great. So it's just to make sure that you're eating at night so you're able to digest and sleep. Watch your caffeine. So again, if you have issues with sleeping, please don't take caffeine after 2 o'clock if you want to sleep at night. Also, we need to make our bodies tired. The tiredness with depression is very different to normal tiredness. So we're going to need to or you end up feeling really restless. And you will know, if you're watching this video, the difference between the tiredness of depression, where we just want to check out, I don't want to be here anymore, versus actually when our body feels tired. So what can you do to make your body tired in the day so you are able to sleep? Also, please be mindful of alcohol. Alcohol is really not your good friend at this time if you are in crisis and you are depressed. Alcohol is a depressant. It's your choice. I'm not going to suggest that you don't drink. However, if I am working with people in crisis, that is exactly what I will do. If you drink alcohol, you will feel really, really bad the next day. This will increase your negative thoughts because it is a depressant and it's going to reduce that serotonin that we really need in our brains. The top tips with sleep are that your room should be dark, quiet, cool, so around 18 degrees. Also, screen time. When we are looking at the blue screen, the blue light of the screen, that light is telling our brain that it's morning and waking us up. So people have the best excuses. I hear them all the time. In fact, they get better all the time. Oh, I can't not have my phone in the bedroom, Lorna. Got to watch YouTube to fall asleep. Got to watch 3 episodes of something on Netflix before I can go to sleep and I watch it on my phone. Okay, Remember, phones are designed to be addictive and release dopamine. So hold in mind, get a different alarm clock. Can you put the phone outside of your room? You might even choose to read a book. Do whatever you need to do, but just hold in mind screen time before, really about an hour before bed. It's hard, I know it's hard, but again, we want to be well and get you into a good place here. There are some products that also may be useful to help you with sleep, as well as not using your phone for an alarm clock. Weighted blankets, check out some reviews on YouTube, have a little look on Amazon, you can get some good deals, and they're like little sort of weighted little granules sort of knitted into a duvet, and they come in nice colours, they're not awful colours, and I've seen really good results with those with people. And also the sad lights, have a look at them. There's a brand called Lumi, that's the main one that comes to mind. I will actually make another video on various sad lights. In the winter, that lack of light is going to make us feel even worse. And remember, for good sleep, we need to know when it's day and night. Okay, so maybe have a look at those sad lights. They're really useful in the morning or for points in the day. I actually used to work with someone who used to go on the sunbeds in the winter. I can't believe I'm actually talking about sunbeds, but it's getting that blast of light and vitamin D that's going to make us feel good. So again, look at different options around using light, and that will help you manage your sleep and become an expert in your own sleep. And how many hours sleep do you actually need? Some people can function fine on 5 or 6 hours. Some people need 9 to 10 hours. And then ask yourself, if you're feeling depressed, how many hours am I getting? Am I getting 15 hours? Am I sleeping too much? And what routine may I need to put in place to stay well? Let's look at some foods that are great for serotonin. Remember, serotonin, depression, we need to do this. So for you to become an expert in this, so there's food like eggs, walnut, salmon, tofu, turkey. Who knew? So have a little Google, find out some information about good food for your gut. Remember, the second brain is in our stomach. So to really become wise around this for how certain food is going to boost your mood, really being mindful if you are going to the sugar jar. Remember, sugar's a quick hit, caffeine's a quick hit, alcohol is a depressant. So starting to notice the food that you're eating and its impact on your mood, and that you have some choice around this. Movement. I do talk about movement a lot. Why? Because it works. When we move our bodies, we will start to create natural serotonin. Natural serotonin. We need serotonin because that's the chemical that's dropped in our brain. And if you are feeling really depressed, the last thing you want to do is move. Let's face it. So that's where the sleep has to come in first, so we can start to be well to then be able to activate. So just think about what you may need to do to feel well, to move. And I'd like you to use this mantra that is, I am doing this for my mental health. It might be winter, cold, icy, my God. We can think of a million excuses because the hardest thing to do is get out of that door, especially during the pandemic, to cross the door, to get out and do something. So I'm not talking about doing a marathon. It's, can I go for a walk? Can I bring some gentle movement in? Can I notice the stiffness in my spine? With depression, we move less. There is a lack of physical movement. How can you begin to notice this? Breathe. Bring some movement into your body. Notice the stiffness in your spine, in your shoulders, in your hips, in your legs, in your fingers. What movement gently may you want to bring in here? Start small, okay? And then when we start to be well, a real powerful tool is, okay, I'm going to go to the gym. I'm going to do dancing. If I'm having to do classes at home, I'm going to do a yoga class. I'm going to do some dancing. I'm going to do something on YouTube. Your choice. Keep bringing choice in here. Noticing what you need to do to move. Move your body. It's one of the most important tools we have, our body. The breath. Use your breath to energize your body. First of all, notice your breath. Really, when we're depressed, we might be breathing quite shallow, like, thin breath. Notice your breath. Can you use your breath? Breathe with me now. Deeply inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Stay with me. Inhale. Exhale. You may want to bring movement in. Inhale. Take 3 powerful breaths. 1, 2, and again 3. Take 3 powerful breaths. Use the breath. Notice your breath to energize your body. Do it when you wake up in the morning, in the shower. Just when you notice it, take some powerful breaths. When you're waiting for the kettle to boil. So it's like you're winding something up. We need to power our body, oxygenating the blood. Use the breath. Self-care. Now, usually when we're depressed, self-care has gone out of the window. So the makeup's not on, the hair's not done. You've got a fleece on, you're wearing a tracksuit, the hair's in a scrunchie, and other people will notice this. And very often it's when we begin to notice it. If we're in crisis, if we're super down, it's not going to be something that we're going to be prioritising. Yeah, I'd like you right now to begin to notice your own self-care. What's going to make you feel good? Is this making your bed, brushing your teeth, putting your makeup on, doing your hair, having a shower every day? Notice what you need to be well. Often with self-care, people don't know what it is, and because really we're not very good at it. We're not very good at taking breaks and noticing what we need. So just take a moment now to think about what you might need to be well. This might be going for a walk. It might be organising your bills. But sometimes people will say to me, right, Lorna, I've done self-care. I've just been and spent £500 on ASOS. Oh, right, okay. So there's a short-term hit of some spending. So it may just start with going to the chemist and buying a nice smelly bubble bath. What do I need? And again, it's not just about massages and candles. That might be great, but it may be, okay, I'm going to go and watch 3 episodes of Friends, or I'm going to read my book, or I'm going to put some music on, or I'm going to wear really comfy clothing. It's different for everyone. So really knowing that with depression, self-care goes out the window, and we need to start to bring that back in. Also, those negative thoughts are probably going to fight you like hell and tell you that you're not good enough. I really shouldn't be doing that. That's not going to do anything. You don't deserve that. So I'm giving you permission here to be selfish, move forward and do what feels selfish to be well with self-care. It's so important with depression. Thank you for watching this video. I hope it's been useful. Please go and talk to someone. Know you have choice, know you have options. Speak to your GP, find a therapist below. Maybe he's in the workplace, there's some support there. Find the tools that work for you: self-care, sleep, food, gut health, follow your interest, move your body and create natural serotonin. I hope this was useful. And you will see some other videos where I'm demonstrating some yoga that may be useful and some breathing to help beat depression.